Everyone says you should own the Magnificent Seven stocks, but no one tells you which one is actually the best. So I asked 3 different sources: real investors, AI, and the data. And the results were not what I expected, because the stock that wins on paper isn't the one I'd actually buy. And before we get into it, comment your pick now and make sure you stick around to find out which stock actually wins. So in this video, I want to bring everything together. But before we get into the data, there's something important to understand. Not all of the Magnificent Seven are the same. Some are built for growth, some for stability, some look better value, and some are a bit more unpredictable. Firstly, let's look at the growth stocks. These are the companies focused on expanding as fast as possible. Nvidia is leading the AI boom, and Amazon continues to scale through cloud and global e-commerce. They may produce higher growth, but usually higher expectations as well. Next, we have the stability stocks. These are the more established, reliable giants. They tend to produce consistent profits, strong cash flow, and businesses that are already deeply embedded in everyday life. Not the fastest growers, but often seen as lower risk. Then we've got what I call the relative value stocks. Still big tech, but more reasonably priced compared to their growth. Both generate huge profits, but often trade at lower valuations than the others. So you're probably getting more earnings for your money. And finally, the more speculative stocks. Massive potential, but also more uncertainty. Competition, innovation, and big expectations all rolled into one. So already you can see the problem. The best stock depends on what you're actually looking for. Growth, stability, value, or something more speculative. So let's start simple. What do real investors actually think? I asked both the Trading 212 community and you guys here on YouTube, what is the best Magnificent Seven stock? And the results are actually really interesting, because each one kind of tells its own story. Starting with the lowest number of votes, Apple comes in last, which is surprising at first, but it might be because people see it as already fully matured. It's incredibly strong, but maybe not the most exciting in terms of future growth. Microsoft and Tesla tied at 8% of the votes, which is interesting because they're almost opposites in a way. Microsoft might be seen as too safe, steady but not explosive, while Tesla might be seen as too risky, with huge upside but a lot of uncertainty. Meta sits right in the middle at 10%, and this could be because it's quietly strong. Great profits, solid growth, but maybe still carries some concerns around things like advertising reliance or the metaverse. Alphabet takes a solid 3rd place with 17% of the votes, which makes sense. It's often seen as one of the safest options here. Huge profits and low debt, but maybe not as exciting as some of the others. Nvidia comes in 2nd with 21%, which is no surprise. It's been one of the faces of the AI boom, but maybe it didn't take first because people are starting to question how sustainable that growth is. And in 1st place is Amazon, with a whopping 29% of the votes. And this one actually makes a lot of sense, because Amazon kind of sits in the middle of everything. Strong growth through AWS, a huge global business, and still plenty of room to expand. So what investors seem to be saying is, they don't just want the fastest growth, and they don't just want the safest stock. They want something in between. So that's what investors think. But what happens when we ask AI the exact same question? And so I asked ChatGPT the same simple question. What is the best Magnificent Seven stock? And straight away, it does something interesting. It doesn't just give one answer. It basically says there's no single best stock. It depends on what you're looking for. Again, segmenting the stocks into growth, stability, and value, which actually lines up pretty closely with what we said earlier. But if it had to pick one, AI's top choice for 2026 is Nvidia. And the reasoning is pretty clear. It's at the center of the AI boom. It makes the chips that power everything, so if AI keeps growing, Nvidia benefits directly. Next up, one of the strongest all-rounders, Microsoft. AI highlights its balance, strong consistent cash flow, and deep integration into AI through Azure and its partnership with OpenAI. So this is more of a growth and stability play. Then we've got Amazon. AI sees this as more of a rebound opportunity, with AWS expected to benefit from AI demand, and potentially a strong comeback year. And then Meta, which AI describes as a bit of a catch-up play. Strong earnings, AI already boosting its ad business, but still trading at a more reasonable valuation. And interestingly, AI is a bit less confident on a few names. Tesla, seen as the more volatile and harder to value, Apple mainly due to its slow progress in AI, and Alphabet, still strong, just not a top pick right now. So if we summarize AI's view, Nvidia is the best pure growth play, Microsoft is the most balanced, and Amazon or Meta offer the most upside. So for now, we've got two very different perspectives. Investors picked Amazon, AI picked Nvidia. But what happens when we remove opinions completely and just look at the data? I've taken 7 key metrics: growth, profitability, debt, cash flow, and value, and we're going to score each stock. The winner of each category gets 1 point, and by the end, we'll have a clear winner. So let's see what the numbers actually say. First up is the 5-year revenue growth. Which company has actually grown its business the most over time? And it's not even close. Nvidia absolutely dominates here, driven mostly by the AI boom. So that's our first point on the board. Next, we have 1-year revenue growth. So who's growing right now? And again, it's Nvidia. I suppose this is what happens when you're at the center of AI demand. So another point for Nvidia. Now this is a big one, the 5-year earnings growth. Because revenue is great, but profits are what actually matter. And once again, Nvidia dominates. Perhaps not all that surprising given its 5-year revenue growth. But 3 rounds in, and it looks like Nvidia is running away with it. So let's switch to efficiency and have a look at the return on equity. Basically, how well does a company use your money to generate profit? And it's Meta that takes this one. Extremely efficient business model with high margins and low costs compared to others. Next, we have the debt to equity ratio. And for beginner investors especially, lower debt usually means lower risk. And Alphabet wins this category comfortably, with one of the cleanest balance sheets out there. Now this next one's a big deal, which is free cash flow. This is the actual cash a company generates. The stuff that funds dividends, buybacks, pretty much everything. And Apple is just on another level here, and possibly why it's often seen as one of the safest stocks in the world. Finally, we have the PEG ratio, which is the price over earnings to growth ratio. The PEG ratio tells us, are we overpaying for growth? So a lower ratio is better. And Meta takes it again, producing strong growth without an extreme valuation. So, after all 7 rounds, here's the final scoreboard. In first place, we have Nvidia with 3 points, followed by Meta with 2, and then Apple and Alphabet picking up 1 point each. But here's where it gets interesting. Nvidia clearly dominates in growth, but Meta shows up twice in efficiency and value. Apple dominates cash, and Alphabet looks the safest financially. So, depending on what you care about, the best stock actually changes. But there's one thing this data doesn't fully show, and that's risk. So next, let's break down which of these is actually the safest for a smaller, lower risk investor. Because if you're investing with a smaller portfolio, or for any investor for that matter, avoiding big losses is just as important as chasing big gains. So instead of just looking at returns, I'm going to break risk down into three simple areas: competition risk, concentration risk, and disruption risk. But don't worry, I'll keep this simple. Let's start with the highest risk, Tesla. You've got increasing competition in electric vehicles, a lot of expectations already priced in, and a business that's still evolving. It has huge potential, but definitely is the most unpredictable. Then there's Nvidia. Now this one's interesting because it looks incredible on paper, but a lot of its success is tied to one thing, and that's AI demand. If that slows down even slightly, that could have a big impact. So it's produced high growth in recent times, but there is more concentrated risk. Amazon sits somewhere in the middle. It's diversified through e-commerce, cloud, advertising, and streaming, but it also operates in very competitive markets. So less risky than pure growth plays, but not completely defensive either. Now, Meta is similar in the sense that it's very profitable, but it's heavily reliant on advertising. So if ad revenue drops, that hits the business quickly. Apple is an interesting one. It's an incredibly strong brand with huge cash flow, but a big portion of its revenue still comes from one product, the iPhone. So there is a fair amount of concentration risk there. Now we're getting into the lower risk side, starting with Alphabet, which has massive cash reserves, very low debt, and multiple revenue streams. There is some risk from AI disrupting web searches, but overall, it's very solid. And then, in my opinion, the lowest risk of the group is Microsoft. Diversified across software, cloud, and enterprise solutions, it's deeply embedded in businesses worldwide and still growing through AI. It's not the most exciting, but it's incredibly consistent. So when you look at risk, the picture changes completely. The fastest growers aren't the safest, and the safest aren't always the fastest growing. So, after all of that, we've got three very different answers. Investors chose Amazon, AI chose Nvidia, and the data also pointed towards Nvidia, which already tells you something important. There isn't one clear best stock. It depends on what you're actually looking for. If you want maximum growth, you're probably leaning towards Nvidia. If you want a balanced, popular choice, investors clearly like Amazon. But for me, that's not what I'm looking for. As a lower risk investor with a smaller portfolio, my focus isn't just growth, it's consistency and avoiding big mistakes. So if I had to pick just one, I'm choosing Alphabet. And here's why. It might not be the most exciting, but it's incredibly strong where it matters. Very low debt, huge cash generation, and multiple revenue streams with search, YouTube, and cloud-based services. It also showed up well in the data and ranked as one of the lowest risk options. So for me, it's that balance between growth and safety. And again, that doesn't mean it's the best for everyone. If you're chasing growth, Nvidia could outperform. And if you want a comeback play, Amazon might be your pick. But this is just what fits my strategy. And honestly, that's the biggest takeaway from this video. The best stock is the one that matches your goals, not just the one with the best numbers. So now I'm curious, which one would you choose? And has it changed after seeing the data? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, and you like content focused on beginner investing, dividend portfolios, and building wealth with small monthly contributions, make sure you subscribe to Effortless Investor. And as always, keep it simple, keep it realistic, and keep it effortless.